BlaXit Family.
DYNAST.
Catherine Lopez Ryan.
Adrian, brother Adrian.
So BlaXit Family, BlaXit Family, BlaXit Family. I'm Juliet. And of course, I'm here with someone very, very special to me. He's like my brother from another mother. And he's all the way here from Freetown, Sierra Leone. And he's here in Gambia.
Yeah, I had to pass through. Stop by, and holler at my BlaXit family.
You see that?
Because I was going to Senegal, so I said, you know what, I'm going to Senegal. You know, it would be rude of me to not stop by in the Gambia, and at the very least, say hello.
You see how we do? That's our family do. Now, some people might know him from being online because he's a very prolific vlogger. And guess what? Not only is he a prolific vlogger, but he has extensively covered Africa. And what I love about what he's covered is spirituality, culture, and my favorite thing, food. That's right. So tell everybody about your channel before we go any further.
All right, so I have my platform. Well, everyone, sorry about that. And if I'm stuttering a little bit, it's because I've had Adrian's cashew wine. It's kind of like palm wine. I enjoy the cashew wine a little bit better. So if I'm stuttering a little bit, please forgive me. But my name is DYNAST. Okay, and I have a platform called In Search for a Guru.
Search for who?
There we go. Say it again.
Search for who?
Say it again.
Search for who?
In Search of a Guru, which is search for a Guru on YouTube.com to find me. Please subscribe. And basically what we're doing, we're connecting the diaspora back with Africa via culture and art. So that's what I do.
Lovely. Not only do you do that, but you organise trips as well.
Right, so we have a tour coming up April 21st to the 30th.
Slow down. You have a tour coming up when?
I'm sorry, April 21st through the 30th. Freetown, Sierra Leone. Come and join us. And we still got to do our BlaXit tour.
Listen, we are going to do it.
We're going to do it.
You know what?
COVID.
It was a colonial pandemic.
Colonial pandemic. There we go.
Yeah, exactly.
That pandemic. It was planned. Colonial pandemic.
Actually, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that. So, Kath, what would you like to say to DYNAST?
Say something. You've been so talkative.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
I got an answer. Go ahead.
Why do you call it colonial virus? And pandemic?
Well, not pandemic. Plandemic. Because your mother, your father, we think there's a hidden, not really hidden anymore, but there's an agenda behind what's going on with this coronavirus.
He's had coronavirus.
I actually caught it myself.
And he lived.
I lived. It was a terrible experience, but I survived.
I'm going to talk to you about that in a second.
Go ahead.
Yeah? Age?
Yes, greetings, BlaXit family, greetings. Another day in the motherland, beautiful day in the motherland. Brother DYNAST.
Yes.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Welcome back. DYNAST was here with us last year.
Last year.
And now DYNAST is back again.
Around this time.
Yes.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
It was around this time.
Yeah.
It was around this time.
Yeah.
It was around this time.
And now DYNAST is back again. So everything is coming together nicely.
Yeah.
DYNAST have woken up so many people. Show the beautiful continent of Africa. The job DYNAST is doing is a great job. We are all proud of the work DYNAST is doing. And many more vloggers out there that bring in the light to Africa. It's our time now. It's our time to rise. It's our time to come back home to the motherland. And it's our time to unite. Let's put our differences aside.
Right.
And work together.
Absolutely.
It will be possible. Yeah.
Absolutely. So I just want to touch on a bit about what happened to you, because I was like one of the ones, I was so shocked because Zena said to me, DYNAST isn't well. So I said, oh, right. So I thought you just had a little cold or something.
No.
And then she said to me, DYNAST is in hospital. I said, what?
Yeah.
Like, that's when I started to really take it seriously.
Yeah.
And then when I saw you post that, it was like, oh my God.
Right.
Oh my God. And I was like, I made this like program, and I was talking about herbs and stuff because like around here, it's so many herbs.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, growing in your backyard.
Bananas, tomatoes, oregano, all the O's, all the herbs and the fruits in the backyard. They are living off the grid. Solar panels. I asked, where's the electricity at? I said, we're off the grid. We don't need the power company. We got solar panels from the sun. The sun lights us up. They are living here in the Gambia, everybody. These two, or these three, or four, including you. I'm just so happy to be a part of this, everyone.
Well, thank you, and welcome to our new home. Because
The
obviously
new home, like I said, they are living.
It wasn't built when you was here.
Have you guys done a tour of the house yet?
No, we're waiting. That's a surprise. Yeah,
Oh.
and just a little snagging here and there, and then we're gonna do it. So we showed little parts.
With
You're welcome.
With banana trees. They got they're growing bananas in the backyard. They're growing everything in the backyard. You hear that bird back there? Did you guys hear the bird? I don't know what that is, but they got exotic birds in the backyard. They even got a donkey.
Yeah, we have a donkey.
They have a donkey.
And we have a cat.
And a cat. So they got donkeys, cats, exotic birds, bananas, oregano, papa, all types of herbs.
Yeah.
Here, all in their compound. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? Round of applause. We gotta give a round of applause. Okay.
Well, that was brilliant. So, it's good to see you back to normal, back to size, back in the gym,
Thank you.
back pumping. But I want to talk about a few of the things that you've been doing because I've been watching you. And I've been watching your collection of t-shirts.
Yes.
By the way, I want to order some.
Absolutely.
Now,
No. He's not on me. You guys take care of me, you feed me. So when I came last year, Juliet invited me. Juliet and Adrian gave me a limited all-you-can-drink Wanjo, which is BSAP. All right? All-you-can-drink BSAP. I just ate about a pound of chicken. They had chicken on deck waiting for me for when I pulled up. And I stayed for free last time. So I drank all the Wanjo. I ate all the chickens. So why would I charge you for a shirt? So shirts are on me from Ile Emir, on me.
Oh, thank you.
On me.
We love them.
On
we
me.
love them. I want the one with Vodum on it. That one I like.
But we definitely need the books.
The books too.
No, let's talk about the books.
Yeah.
'Cause
Okay, right.
I really want to talk about, we have a book project. We've recently been going to different schools, but I'm currently sort of zoning in on Bussorah Lower Basic School. Bussorah is a beautiful place. If I get a chance before you leave, I'm taking you there.
Okay.
Bussorah is absolutely gorgeous, and we started a development project there. And this land was dedicated to us, yeah. And so it's not just Ghana doing it; it's also here in Gambia. So the land is like 550 by 330 square meters. It's huge, enough for like 300 houses. And they dedicated that for BlaXit Family, which is beautiful. And they actually called it Bussorah BlaXit Eco Village. So it's like they named it. So we were really, really honoured that we were able to have that name and be honoured to have that space allocated. But it's not just exclusively, obviously, for people that are from the diaspora, because a lot of Gambians are also there. So Bussorah is a beautiful place, but because the Alcalo, the VDC, the families, Lamin Kajabi, who is my adopted brother, he's adopted me I should say, basically welcomed us, and it was their land with the Sani family and the other families, and they all allocated this land for us to come and repatriate back to, which is really, really nice. And so we went to the schools, and what we realised in the schools, they didn't have many black books.
Right.
In fact, I didn't see one.
Not one.
So I said, right, we're going to make an appeal, black books for So we had, maybe not. So basically, we launched a Black Book project. So to get more books. Okay.
Fresh water from the
Borehole.
From the borehole.
So the books, let's get back on track. Right, so the books. The Black Books project is basically to get as many books as possible here. And we're going to start with one school and hopefully go to lots of other schools. So people have been sending me like pictures of their children's old books and saying, is this okay? And I'm saying yes, just please send them. So how did you start writing your books? Why are you writing your books? And tell me about some of the titles that you've written and what motivated you to write them. I know you have a gorgeous son, so...
Manson.
I
love Manson.
Yes.
Manson,
lovely Manson.
You know, so in 2000, I wrote my first children's book, The Sun Loves Me. I wrote that back in 2000 and I believe it was 13. And so I wrote my sales book back in 2000 and I believe 12. Sales Motivation 101, Get Off Your Ass, a Cold Call. So something just inspired me to write a children's book. And I didn't know where to get started. So I wrote the book.
Wow.
But I didn't have an illustrator. So, you know, every weekend I had a mission where I will go to an area of LA called Skid Row, which has the highest homeless population in America.
I've seen that.
Right, and I would feed the homeless every Sunday. It was called Operation Peanut Butter and Jelly, or Project Peanut Butter and Jelly. We would feed them peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, water, and fruits. I'm going somewhere with this story. Because I'm a firm believer in, I guess, paying it forward, or, you know, if you give, you will receive, as far as karma.
You definitely do. We used to feed the homeless in England as well. Definitely.
Right. So when you help those out, it's called unattached giving. So I'm a firm believer in practicing the art of unattached giving. And in that, you will receive your blessings. So literally, you know, I wrote this children's book and I'm like, I need to find an illustrator. So my co-worker, Delane Knight, when I was working for my former company, Centos, out of the blue, he comes to me and he says, DYNAST, there's a student at one of the high schools. I want you to come meet him. So I went, I met him, became his mentor. And out of the blue, he says, I'm an artist.
No.
I'm like, really? I said, you know what? I have these children's books. Can you do illustrations for me? He said, no problem.
Wow.
Yashar Clemens, my brother, Yashar Clemens. So Yashar was my illustrator.
Yashar, well done.
Shout out to Yashar Clemens, everybody.
Yashar Clemens, speak yourself up.
So he became my illustrator, but it's just the way it happened. Just, you know, like I said, I believe the work that I put in and the giving that I put in, and the giving that you guys put in. That's why you guys are so blessed with this house paid off. No mortgage, no debts, off the grid, banana trees in the backyard.
Because of the sacrifice you guys make, and the giving that you guys do, you know, it's just law that you have to get that in return. So Yashar came out of nowhere. It wasn't expected. He was like, look, I'm an artist. I said, really? I wrote a children's book.
Can you be my illustrator? He said, no problem. So that's how that started. It just started with an idea. I wrote my first sales book. Then I said, I'm going to write a children's book. I wrote my children's book. And then I'm like, I need to find an illustrator. And Yashar just appeared.
So you wrote the spiritual book too.
Right. So after The Sun Loves Me, I wrote Kinky Hair is Kingly Hair. Then I wrote Kinky Hair is Queenly Hair for those with daughters and nieces. And then I wrote another book. This Libation Time is a children's guide to the ancestors. Amina's Third Eye was the other book that dealt with spirituality, and it deals with manifestation. You know, children practicing the art and developing the power of manifesting. So that's what that book deals with.
That's good.
So
I've seen them; they're beautiful. And every time someone posts up a picture, I'm like, oh.
Oh, and I'm so sorry, I forgot to bring them, but I will ship the books.
Please, I want to buy a large quantity.
No. The first couple are on me because again, you guys take care of me.
Thank you. However,
Okay.
I'm still gonna ship a large quantity.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
And I think it's so important. This week I actually interviewed Cornelius Gomez, and he's
Okay.
written these books, Folk Tales and Fables.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're brilliant. They're African folk tales. I'm going to order some more, but I'd like to give you two, so we're going to do an exchange.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Shout out to Cornelius Gomez, everybody. Shout out to Cornelius Gomez. So I will definitely be reading these on the plane. I'm going to read these to Master as well.
Yeah, so we've done an exchange. So those are for your son. So I hope you enjoy them.
I will.
Yeah.
How about
So-
Bala's sister?
Hmm?
Bala, brother-in-law.
Yes, we were supposed to go and collect the book. There's another author.
Okay.
who's,
Here in Gambia.
America, yeah, and he's
Yeah.
got two books, hasn't he? One is, I think, is a view in on the through the diaspora, and another one is through the mirror, isn't it? Looking through the mirror on Africa. And we met him last Sunday, and I was supposed to go and collect the books from Seaview, and all week I've been trying to get there. So I apologise so much, Mata. I will make it there, hopefully tomorrow, to go and collect the books. But so we're collecting these books at the moment. I'm even reading Plight of a Nation by another Gambian author, which is all about Gambia and the development or underdevelopment to a degree of Gambia. It's a very interesting, excellent book by a man called Benjamin.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I hope I got his name right. But you know what I'm trying to say is that you're doing this at the right time.
Thank
because
you.
this is exactly what our children need. You know, I can't overstate how important it is for you to continue what you're doing. I thought
will.
one would ship a whole lot, you know, a box out here for the schools because the children here don't often get access to that information at all.
Well, people have to understand too. I would say the school system or the education system in Africa is still based on the colonial system.
It is.
Unfortunately, and the book is Amina's Third Eye, manifestation through meditation. So, story on manifestation through meditation. That's the name of the book. But again, here in Africa, unfortunately, the system still, when it comes to education, is still based on the colonial system, unfortunately. So therefore, it's up to people like me, you, and if you're watching this, to create content, African-centered content for our children, for our babies. It's important. So
I agree. In fact, one of the projects that we're working on in Bussorah and what we'd like to do is to have a form of Pan-African Institute, educational institute, whilst we're there. And we think it's very important that we're able to offer this education to teachers because the University of the Gambia is not far in Brikama. So it's not far from Bussorah at all. And Bussorah is very close to Casamance in Senegal as well. So it's literally like 10 minutes down the road. It's a beautiful location. And one of the projects that we're working on there is a borehole. We're raising money to put a borehole in their village. And so we've been having like a raffle, and I wish you were here longer because I would have asked you to do the raffle, but we're doing a ticket count and we're printing the tickets so we can write them all up and we can WhatsApp them to everybody. So with regards to the books, we were just talking about the fact that there's very much still a lot of colonialism in Africa. I mean, that was one of the things that I must admit, a little bit surprised by.
Me too.
You as well.
Me too.
In the school, I was seeing books that I read at school. It's still in schools here.
Right.
You know, outdated books.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, because some of the time it's because we're relying on, in some ways, like charity and
Hand-me-down.
yes, and so there, you know, people from Europe will come and say, "Oh, these poor Africans.
Yeah, right. Let's give them our old
Let's go
books.
and give them all of these old books from school that we don't need anymore. That one won't allow us to have in the school because they're not politically correct. So let's go bring them to these poor little African children. They'd really appreciate them." And then, you know, they go to the school, but the schools don't realise that they're not allowed to have these books in the school in the UK anymore because
Right.
they're not seen to be because they seem to be racist. In fact,
Right.
you know. And so I was looking. I was like, this book. Like I remember this book. You're not even allowed to have this book anymore because the story really depicts a negative image of black people. And so I'm thinking, if this is what our young people are getting in their heads, you know, we're just going to continue to protract and portray and perceive ourselves in a negative light. And the thing is that if you're reading this information and everybody that you see or the characters that you see are not reflection of you,
Right.
you know, that's who you associate education with, that's who you associate knowledge with or intelligence with. And that's a big problem for me. And so I think that, you know, what you're doing in other authors is, you know, I applaud you. I really do applaud you because it's so important. So I need to know, and I want you to tell everybody, how do we get your books? How do we get your books? How do we get your books?
I would say this, for the books, for the clothing, for everything, go to DYNASTAmir.com. My first name, last name.com, and that will guide you to purchasing everything. DYNASTAmir.com.
Spell it.
DYNAST Amir. DYNAST, DYNAST, like dynasty, without the Y at the end. Amir, AMIR. So DYNAST, DYNAST, like dynasty, without the Y at the end. Amir, AMIR.com. And from there, you'll have links to the books, to the shirts, to everything.
Yeah, so on that note, I'm going to let DYNAST close. I'm going to say thank you, BlaXit family. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please do. If you haven't subscribed already to BlaXit, please do subscribe now. But not only to BlaXit, let's subscribe to...
Search for Uhuru on YouTube. You can search for Uhuru on YouTube, but also just go to DYNASTAmir.com. Everything is streamlined to make it easier for everyone. So go to DYNASTAmir.com. That's Dynasty without the Y at the end. So DYNAST. Last name's Amir, AMIR.com. Everything you need to know will be there.
So what's the last word on today's show? Come on.
Man,
it's all down
last
to
word. Let's do it here.
For 2020.
Africa's the future. In fact, hold on, let me back up. Africa is the now. Africa is the now. Those are my last words.
Africa is the now.
There we go.
Africa is a now.
Africa is the now.
Black
Thank you,
force.
BlaXit family. Black solidarity, black priority, black love, black unity, black family. One nation, one Africa. Thank you, BlaXit family. Please keep watching, please subscribing, and remember, follow your dreams.
Purchase your tracks today. Purchase your tracks today.